Guys, welcome back. If you are returning, if not, I highly recommend subscribing and letting me know in the comments below what I can do to improve on these videos. The feedback is greatly appreciated and it allows me to, know what I need to do and what I need not to do. We're going to be doing something a little bit different though. I do make fun of people. I enjoy that, but this is something that I wasn't expecting to get into. This is a man named Harmon Smith all over on YouTube, right? Harmon Smith inherently isn't like a very vulgar or even rude guy, but he has some interesting choices in opinion. I don't even know where to start with this guy. Basically, he's been on an anti-Elden Ring thing for like the past 2 months at this point. It's been non-stop. He just really hates it, and he's coming up with these ideas that people are saying the Shatter the Erdtree DLC is going to win Game of the Year, and he's just saying that, well, that's just not true. It's nothing like insert Nintendo product, and he compares it to Monster Hunter, and he compares it to Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, etc., constantly referencing a Nintendo product. And he came up on my radar because people were just saying, like, this guy is just completely unhinged. And I was like, the amount of things I'm being told, they have to be rage bait, right? Like, this guy has to be screwing with some people. Dear Christ, no, he's not. I watched a live stream. I was one of the very few people to join the live stream as it started. This is about a week ago at this point. But picking apart this live stream alone is just was wow for me. Yeah, so this one's going to be a little bit different. We're just going to be analyzing this, for lack of a better term.
Like, Zelda makes these fights like so much cooler. Like the Hinox and like having used the bow to shoot tides, so much cooler than this. Yeah, people actually know like Zelda enemy names because they're so memorable. I don't necessarily know how the structure to this game works.
It is very important to note that he just mentioned that he doesn't understand the structure of the game, right? And he thinks he's been here before. Keep this in mind. This is very important to remember, because he is level 30 throughout this entire, I think it's like 27 to 30, right? Throughout this entire stream. He has not left Limgrave. He will not leave Limgrave. He is not going to leave Limgrave. He later admits that he still doesn't understand what's happening in the game world, because he does not talk, he does not pay attention to what the NPCs say to him. He does not understand anything. And then yet he continues to compare this game to Zelda products.
And I really wonder how much longer I can keep up with this bullshit. Just like, it's so boring. To the record, for the past week, I've mostly been playing Nintendo World Championships, which is way better than this. That was so much fun, like finally clearing that boss. It took like actual skill and resource management, unlike this. Like Final Fantasy V is like really.
He admits that he doesn't understand the structure of the game, and then proceeds to they're like, well, there are other games better than this that are just better. I refuse to elaborate, but they're just better.
Really? Patches? Okay, this is proof that this is not a new IP. If Patches is in the fucking game. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for fucking Patches. These games aren't hard to begin with, but they're especially easy when you have, like... If you have another person... Dark. Too dark. I can't even see him. How am I supposed to fight? Alright. But how many of these assholes are there?
You'll probably notice right away that he has a tendency to struggle a little bit with the game and then proceed to say that the game is easy or that it's boring. And then it's worth mentioning he is near level 30 and he still is in the entry-level areas doing the side stuff, right? That is what you're supposed to do. But he proceeds to, like, get his ass beat a lot, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's supposed to be a hard game. But then he just talks down the game like it's nothing, right? It's no problem. And then he could beat the game if he wanted to. He could just go beat bosses. He doesn't fight many bosses at all during this whole thing. And the few that he does are some of the easiest, by far. So he's going to go ahead and go into this dungeon. Again, it's still Limgrave, still very close to the spawn area, right? Stuff you should be doing way ahead of time. And he'll just keep making remarks about how he's been there before. Oh, this is too easy.
Where did this asshole come from? Where do they keep coming from? And why does my shield always do chip damage? I don't necessarily know how the structure to this game works. Try parrying, but I always hate parrying in these games because I just never got the hang of it. Yeah, I can easily beat the boss, but I have no desire to. It's just boring.
That little nugget right there is a reoccurring thing he just keeps saying. That he just, I could just do this, but it's just so boring. You know, and I don't understand why, I don't understand the mechanics in this game. Why is this happening? I don't understand. You're having problems because you're just not paying attention, right? And he does beat the Grave Warden Duelist, no problem, right? That should be something that you should be able to handle just fine. He's not really a boss that really gets you thinking, you know, gets you thinking about his attack patterns, how often he's doing one thing over the other, how far close he's being to you. You know, you don't have to focus on that too much. He's just kind of a swing around and you dodge kind of boss. So we're going to do some time skipping for the sake of shortening this, because you're not here to watch the whole stream, but if you do want to watch the whole stream, I will link that below, just so it doesn't look like I'm cherry picking specific examples. I'm trying to keep this as short as possible, but I still want the critique to be there and available. And I have a lot of clips here to go through when editing. But we're getting to the part where he gets to Castle Morn. Now, Castle Morn has been overtaken by rebellion. It's pretty obvious as soon as you get in. It looks like shit's hit the fan. It looks like someone's getting fucked up today. They're tired of it. They're not taking their shit. They're deformed, malnourished some ways. They're fighting for their lives. They have nothing left to lose. It's pretty apparent. And if you had talked to the NPC that leads you to the direction of Castle Morn, you would have been able to pick that up, and there's someone there that you can save. Does he remember any of this? No, he in fact admits that he doesn't pay attention to what the NPCs say. He then becomes frustrated with enemy variety in an event that's playing out right in front of him, and I just don't understand.
Yeah, everything's a wreck in this game. There's no like real place to just. It just feels fake. I have not had the opportunity to look at like Elden Ring lore yet, so I have no idea what's actually going on yet. Yeah, I think I'm bored. I got to Godric off stream, but I did not beat him. So, I guess that would be the goal for this stream if I cared to do it.
That is absolutely correct. He hasn't fought Godric, the second boss, the second main story boss. He could just Google it where he needs to go real quick if he wants to figure that out. He refuses to do it. The game's been up for 2 years. And he's sitting at like level 30, and he's complaining about how things are too easy, but he's obviously struggling at some points, which is fine. Nothing inherently wrong with that. But then proceeding to brush it off, say the game's bad, later says the game's just buggy, and it's not as good as other Nintendo games. Come on, dude. We gotta get real.
Yeah, they have to gang up on you to like even have a shot. Lame. What the hell was that? Like, he had a now they're ripping off Monster Hunter. Yeah, and people want to complain about like Tears of the Kingdom. Like, come the fuck on. Nothing like that ever happened in Tears of the Kingdom. Can we just sneak around? I don't want to bother with these guys.
What he's referencing is that he keeps having to fight the same enemies over and over again because he keeps going back to the site of grace.
Oh, bastard. Look at that. He thinks he's gonna come after me. Oh, well. He really thinks this is gonna work. Wow, riveting combat. Oops.
He died immediately after that, by the way. Yeah, wow, riveting combat. You got on a ladder and proceeded to hit one button to kick and try to like do the same thing it was doing to you and then complain about it. What are we talking about? You trying to do the same thing to that godforsaken fucked up thing.
Could have done like Tears of the Kingdom in that situation. You could have jumped off. You could have like, you know, used a bow. Like in Dark Souls, what do you like in this game? What do you have to do? Just get everybody into a situation where you have to fight them one-on-one. It's like there's no nuance to it. There's no depth. Oh, hilarious. So don't tell me I'm supposed to like Super Mario jump it. Link would be able to just glide across, but there's no way. Wait. What is a stone sword key? What do they do? Where are all the enemies? Why are they only up front? When I stab, like, just connect it. Like, look at how like wide open he is. Like, why can you not take advantage of that? Nobody fights like this.
Remember when you said that Link could just glide across? Nobody travels like this. What are you talking about? Very obvious for me and not for thee kind of situation. He wants it to just be one way and only his way. He doesn't want anything else to be anything else. And in reality, if that's the case, he doesn't want to be playing Elden Ring, and I don't know why he's got so many Elden Ring hate videos and why he's tried to play Elden Ring so many different times, going through his previous content. And then, of course, saying like, oh, I could just beat the game. I just don't really feel like it. You know what I mean? 11-year-old me is sitting there playing Castle Miner Z with my friends, right? And we're like on the 360, and they're just like, dude, just go out there and kill that dragon out there, right? And I'm just like, you know, I could if I wanted to. I'm bored. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't really want to do it. When in reality, I know if I go out there, that dragon's gonna beat my ass.
Like, doesn't this game have any enemy variety? It's always the same things over and over again. No, they're the same thing. Like, all they do is just run at you, swing their weapon, you block or dodge, and then you attack back. Like, it's way less nuanced than what Zelda does. Like, way more dynamic enemy AI. It has way better combat in general. Like, yeah, the different quality is staggering. Is something I've always maintained. Wait, is this a ripoff of that first boss with the Beastman thing? Who knows? I don't know, man. I'm pretty bored. All you had to do, wow. Yeah, I got it. Fuck. I have to, like, adjust my stats. Is it the shield? And something I never learned is, like, how shields work in Souls games. Like, I look at the stats and they all look, like, pretty much the same. I'm stuck again? What is this bullshit? I can't get over how they ripped off Monster Hunter with the roar thing. That drives me nuts. Maybe I should, like, just use, like, more fast-paced attacks.
So you can see in real time he's actually learning how the boss works and learning how the boss plays. This, unfortunately, takes him upwards nearly 2 hours to complete to do. I think it's like an hour and a half realistically. I kind of lost track while recording these clips, but it took a while. But you can kind of see the gears in his head turning. He's trying to piece it together now.
This game isn't hard. Like, I do think you need to understand that. Look at that. Like, I stab him, but he somehow doesn't flinch.
He is referencing poise damage, poise buildup, whatever you want to explain it as. He's not going to be staggering this enemy because he's using something that's not even close to the right size for something that he's fighting of this size and this caliber and this strength, the sword of the size of a fucking bus. But he's going to ignore that.
Again, just the fact that I lose doesn't matter. Because, like, I'm getting through the boss just fine.
It does matter because you're not finishing the boss. The goal is to beat the boss. That's been the entire idea around fighting a boss in a new game.
Kingdom Hearts is harder than this, by the way. Oh, by the way, I think, like, I think I've heard somewhere that, like, the game, like, actually reads your inputs. So that kind of, explains things here.
And here comes the part where he literally just starts making random comparisons to Nintendo and Zelda again.
Oh, I said it was a ripoff of Breath of the Wild's Malice because Gloom came after this. Like, Gloom is an advanced stage of Malice. Malice was in Breath of the Wild, which is what I think. Well, Malice is cool and interesting. The Scarlet Rot is not.
When I, refuse to elaborate, we do a little bit of trolling.
Sword, I should hit the enemy. What is it doing? Like,
so in his chat with the 10 other people I was in there with, because I was one of the first to join the stream, I mentioned hey dude, you should probably stop trying to block with the shield or anything, because you're gonna get damaged regardless, and he's just gonna keep knocking your ass over. Be careful, because his sword is the size of a fucking truck, and a Ford F-250, and you have a twig compared to him. He's jacked as shit. He's Dwayne The Rock Johnson compared to you. And then he hits me with this shit.
It doesn't matter how big the sword is if I have the shield raised. It's long. It's not like some big thing that can just crush the shield.
Motherfucker, that thing weighs well over 100 fucking pounds. It's made of pure fucking vibranium, for Christ's sake. It's going to fucking do some damage, regardless if you have your fucking wooden piece of shit raised or not.
Your character does something that you didn't command him to do, with via button press. Oops. Okay, I wonder what else is going wrong. Yeah, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? Oh, great enemy. Yeah, grate my ass. That thing was a little bitch.
Talking it down is pretty wild after literally having everyone in the chat just like see it happening live for over an hour and a half, just watching that and having to drag your fucking bare knuckles through glass to just get it over with. And then we started messing with him. We told him to go to Kalen in the chat, and he went to Kalen, and then he got his ass beat, and then just got off.
Yeah, I couldn't even focus on the invader because.
Anyway, thank you for watching all the way through and getting to this point. If you like it, like. If you don't like it, dislike it, go ahead and let me know in the comments what I can do to improve. If you want more content like this, if you want more commentary content, just, let me know, get that engagement going so I can get this spread out to more people so I can get as much feedback as I can to improve on the content as a whole. Subscribe to stick around. I got plenty more I'm working on. Thank you, and see you later.